All right, there we go. Okay, now we actually work. Professional setup here. So yeah, welcome. We're gonna try and make a lot of progress today and actually working on our ROM hack. It's been a while since I've any progress at all, so we're trying to go push that. Hopefully things are working out. Yeah, things are good now. So we're in a decent position. So what I have been doing is working a little bit on the desert. So you've probably seen a few videos, but we have now the expanded desert. Once you come through the first part, all the way through here, you'll be able to come into this one, and when you have the access to bulldoze, which isn't in the game yet, I need to work on, I think Power Glove, I need to work on that, you're able to come into here. A couple of things you may have seen in the videos is these underground parts. Oop, so we have a nest here. These nests are going to be full of Pokemon doing Pokemon-y things. This one's going to lead down to someone I'm going to work on. Maybe we'll work on it today. A lot of them are very one way. It's going to be kind of annoying. But things I need to add is here. I want to add a major boss battle. And then there's going to be something else. Much better than new. Exactly. Newer Pokemon games have been nothing but honestly kind of rubbish. I find I was talking to this about to a viewer earlier. You're very limited in what you actually have. You don't have. They're not giving you like freedom to explore and stuff. So what I'm trying to do is actually give you things to do and not just jump through. Hey Alexander, how you doing, bud? How you doing, Esmelo as well? How are you all? Mad cuz bad, yeah, mad cuz bad. So how you all been doing? So I plan today is we're going to work on some maps, work on some code, or add trainers in. I think one thing I do want to add in is this is a video. This is a map I've recorded, hasn't been released yet. Mary's, and basically this desert has been a bane for me. I've been wanting to work on the game, but trying to finish this desert has just been. I think it's so big and so much I want to do. I've been struggling, so I'm hoping to just smash it out. You're doing it. That's good to hear. I'd like to know what you guys think. What are you thinking? I finally added the pyramid. There's nothing in there yet. But I think actually let's just do it. What I need to do is add. We need to actually just sit down and do the events. So one thing I want to do here is I think when you the way it works is all of these exits. When you land on one of these things, your character will spin around and fall down into a hole into the nest. I think under that nest you should have some like you're gonna encounter a lot of Pokemon. I'm thinking Flygon, but there is a deeper part of the nest there, which I think is going to lead to something cool and powerful. Maybe Center Scorch, Mega Center Scorch will be that way. Nips, thanks for the likes, bud. Hope you're having a good time. So I'm thinking, yeah, maybe you head that way towards Mega Center Scorch. I need to add to the game. I think here we should definitely have some kind of boss battle. What do we think? A Titan Flygon, or we do trainers last? Yeah, I need to smash out a load of trainers because I mean, people keep commenting on the videos with trainer ideas and it's awesome, but I've take a screenshot of them as they come in and they go into my screenshot folder and there's like 330 in there, my last count, and it's quite difficult to go through them all. I've put up to like 6 or 7 per video now, and even still it's going to be a long time to catch up, especially with my horrendous upload schedule. Let's just do some big scripts. So what we want to do is add in the trainer. Why is my screen not changing? Come on. Sorry, my hotkeys broken. There we go. Ugh, terrible system I've got running. And by running, I mean it not running, because it never works. Okay, there we go. So maybe Megalicario. Megalicario, I don't think would hide it. Would be found in a nest in a desert. I definitely want sort of the main nest to be like Mega Center Scorch. I definitely think here maybe you fight just like a totem Flygon or something. Hey, Savoa. Hey, Sav, how you doing, bud? Whatever we do, I need to mute my Discord. Apologies for that. Okay, mute my Discord. So we need to, first things first, is we need to add the new Pokemon, which is quite easy to do. What I'm loving about the follower Pokemon is all of the sprites already in there. There is no sprite at the moment for Overworld Flygon, so we're gonna have to create that. Shedinja. I mean, Shedinja wouldn't really be in a nest, though, would it? I mean, it kind of would. Maybe around the pyramids or something. That'd be kind of cool. What I'm not looking forward to is because we've got all the new Pokemon coming out, I'm going to have to work on all of that soon. So that's going to be fun. I think we should do Flygon Overworld. Keep it simple. I think people do think Flygon in the deserts and stuff. How long have you been working on this and how close are you to being done? I mean, I think I started working on this game 2022. It's been about a year since I've been working on it a bit more properly. When it's done, I don't know. I wanted to get version 1 done by the end of this year. That is not happening at this rate. Beulah, how are you doing, bud? I have got demos you can play. We're only 4 gyms deep. The 5th gym is being worked on. We have an amazing artist. If you haven't played the game yet, we have an artist who's been making some absolutely incredible custom sprites for us, which I'm so amazed with. But they're going to be the 5th gym, and they're currently working on they've got a load of ideas for the gym, and they're working on that. So once we've got that, we should be able to push through moving forward a bit more. How long did it take you to learn ROM hack in general? Well, I've started making ROMs back when I was like a child, when like 12, 13, using binary hacks or like advanced maps. To learn this style probably didn't take me long. I am a coder by trade. Like I professionally work in software development. So learning this didn't take me too much. In terms of like the map making, that's been something I've been doing on and off for like almost 20 years now. What's my favorite Pokemon game? Probably my favorite game is Emerald, Gen 3. I just like the fact you can, I mean, go to some of the main ones if I haven't deleted. The way a map is created, you've got your principal path, your critical path would do, but then you've got like little areas and trying to find the hidden bases and little challenges around and about to do. Like no map is just built of it. None of the maps are just. I'd say that this map's a straight line. Most of the maps aren't just straight lines. You'll have like things to do, so you can try and find like hidden bases. You got a lot of optional routes. You can come this way, and then there's a whole like area you may never actually reach. I just sort of love the way they do that in Pokemon Emerald, which sort of been lost in the modern games. Modern games are now just a very convoluted hallway, basically. Smoller, join the Discord. I'm glad you're liking it. Download the demo. We're currently on an experimental version because I've just updated the code base to the latest one. I say just about 3 weeks ago. Gave us a whole heap of bug fixes and a load of new fixes. Broke a load of things. So we're currently trying to find what's broken. You saw me, Sarah. Yes, that was you. Yeah, Sarah is our resident gym leader. He is the ghost trainer. Yeah, I've been trying to use people. We've only got 4 of them done so far. I mean, Pokemon Emerald was great, and they used a lot of it in Gen 4 going forward. I mean, the first few games they made in Generation 4 were not great. They fixed a lot of it they fixed most of it when they finally released Platinum. But the base games were just sort of not the best. It's a real shame when they did remake Gen 4. They used the base games and didn't really add anything fun or extra, which people want to see in these games at this point. And then I've not really played Gen 5. I've heard I would love it, so that's something I'll probably need to look at going forward, because yeah, I mean, from everything I've seen, by all right, it would be what I like. And then you go to Gen 6 onwards, and they've lost the joy of making fun, enjoyable, big open maps. And that's what I try to replicate in my game. It's large maps for you to explore around, large maps for you to do things. You can go and just like beat all the gyms and speed run it and challenges run. The main goal is to build a world worth exploring, not just getting from A to B and putting it down at the end of it. If anyone's interested in what I'm doing here, it's not much. Basically, I'm just creating a new event for the overworld. So when you look at a character, this is an overworld event. It has various information which is all tied here, which is like what palette is, that's the colors it uses, the size of it, what pictures you use, and all of this. So what I need to do is like manually code it so it's all set up correctly. Really not difficult to do. I've done it 1,000 times. What's great is in this game we have got, because I use Emerald expansion, and if anyone wants to do it yourself, I've got like little videos on how to do it all. Emerald expansion gives you follower Pokemon out the gate, and with follower Pokemon you have all the sprites for them in the overworld, which is what I'm working on doing here. I'm just grabbing all the information we've already got and then just pulling it in for Flygons. 15, so we have Flygon. The reason I can do it this way is it saves a lot of space in the actual ROM. If you weren't aware, Game Boy games only had 32 megabytes of space. So a lot of the things they do are to make it to save you space inside your whatever you're doing. There's a lot of little sort of cheapskate routes we got to do to make sure we're taking as little space on the part, because this will actually be playable on your Game Boy Advance if you put it onto a physical disc. Newer games are walking simulators. This is it. Some people are asking if I got any interest in the new game. I don't really. Yeah, and we're discussing it in chat. Is like, did I like the difference between like what was better, Gen 6 or the latest one? One of the guys was saying he prefers Scarlet and Violet over Sword and Shield. Scarlet and Violet over. He said Sword and Shield was better than Scarlet and Violet. I think Scarlet and Violet's better than Sword and Shield, and they're not comparable. I mean, then it's not by much, and that's purely because they're boring. They give you nothing to do really. You beat the gym, and then they try and push as much online work as you got to do everything online from there on. I don't play a Pokemon game to play online. I want to go and explore a world. Right, so that should be everything there. So I'm going to open up the Ember Dunes. We've got the caves here. Nope, it's the nest I want. But that should... Well, that little things I was doing should be enough now. If we go into our sprite, we go Flygon. It doesn't work, which means we've missed something. I haven't saved all. Yes. We're going to reload this. Hey, Flygon Overworld is now there. It's not showing up, but it should now be in the game. I'm just going to open up Debian in the background, which I used for doing my compilation. I'll be able to look if we'll compile it in the background and test whether it works. CDD. Give me a second. There's a load of Linux things I've got to quickly write because I'm a massive loser that does all this stuff. Apps, ls, custom ROM, ls, Pokemon Driver, Pokemon Emerald, and then we make. Okay, so we're going to compile the game in the background. All right, so that is now our Flygon. Flygon isn't doing anything. We need to actually put some code into it. So here's a question for you guys. So we fall into the cave. If we go to the map above, it's sort of a one-to-one relation. So if you fall into this hole here, you'll be taken to this point here. You'll see this exit. which will take you up here. All the exits go to the same way except one. You go to there. That's simple enough. You then make your way up to this. We can do it in two ways. We can have you interact with it, so you talk to it, or we can have it as you walk towards it. Maybe it reacts or comes towards you. I think for iteration 1, we're just going to have you talk to it. I'm just going to create that script. So we've got Ember Dunes, Nest. Let's call it boss script. Nanya, thanks for the likes, bud. Hope you're having a good day. So we're going to lock the player, so just stop the player from doing anything. If you guys have any interest in learning how to do this stuff, I've got some guides on YouTube. Very simple to pick up. If you have any specific things you want to learn, again, leave a comment and I'll show you how I can do specific videos on them. I've got one coming out soon on how to remove like HMs and stuff. I know a few people want to do that. So we'll just keep this simple for now. And best way if you are coding, start simple, make it bigger. Do the basics. So what do we have in the battle? We have the monster makes some noise. The battle happens post-battle. So we're going to have, you know, Pokemon noises there. We'll fix the text up later. Then we want to set up the fight. So I think it's like, I think it's a totem Pokemon. We can look at one I've done earlier. We can see how we've coded it up. So it's set totem boost. Because it's a totem Pokemon, we want to have it like this. And I think because it's a nest, it should have a younger Pokemon in front next to it. So we're going to have first attacker. The Flygon, let's give it a 2 attack boost, a 1 defense boost, a speed boost. Don't need to give it a special attack, give it a bit of special defense. Leave it's actually an evasion, same. That's going to give it a boost. Set wild battle. Yeah, set wild battle. We don't need to give it a species. It'll be species Flygon. We're in a later game area. It's a boss fight. So we give it level 55. And what item should we give it? I'm just going to give it a null item for the moment. Like, it's the Acrobike, doesn't matter, but this is just, we'll give it an item. We're going to have another Pokemon with it. It's a Flygon, so we should have a Trapinch with it. And that's to make that level level 40. Trapinch, item, Acrobike again. So, placeholder item. We do wild battle, and we then have the battle. Once the battle's completed, it comes back to the script. What do we want to do then? We want to give some rewards. So we need to clear down the overworld sprites. So we're going to delete the sprites from the overworld and then give an item. So we need to set a flag. Going to be like flag, hide, Flygon, nest. Right, let's call it nest boss. Our flags, we'll find an unused. Flag unused. With the dolls, those are for later. Tea and brick break is no longer used, so we'll replace that everywhere. Place it. Lovely. So we now hide the flag. We want to make sure that the Pokemon is hidden. So we're going to set that flag to it. So that'll disappear. We're going to put the boss script to it. Simple. So we're going to set the flag. Then we want to remove object number 1. So once you beat it, the thing will hide. And then we can just do where the giant Flygon fled and dropped a reward. And then we'll do give item. We'll work out what the item is. Hey Jay, how you doing? You haven't caught my stream. I haven't streamed in a while. That's the problem. I've been so lazy. Well, it's not been lazy. I've been busy. Thanks, Ants, for the likes. Yeah, I've been Thursdays I normally go and play Yu-Gi-Oh at my local card shop, and I've been busy with work, been busy with going to Italy and other stuff. I just don't find it consistent to stream. But I've got this new deal, which is I'm going to go to the card shop 1 week, and then the next Thursday I'm going to stream. So I'm hopefully going to be streaming a bit more and be doing it like once every other week. But hopefully some consistency, and if people like it, I'll do more. I've just been struggling to find time to do all this stuff. I know people do enjoy watching it. Okay, so we have a couple of issues with our scripts. So our game isn't compiling because I can't spell. So we need to search fly gone, remove that, fly gone, remove that, save everything. And we're going to recompile our game and hopefully be able to see it running in a minute. How am I making this? I'm making this with Poi maps. There's my Flygon now. That's working. This map, this thing here, which I'm doing all the maps on, is called Poi maps. It's a program which works with decompiled emeralds. So emerald just broken down into all its code. So very clever people have done that, and it's very clever people have made all of the modern additions to it. So I do all my map making on this. I then use Visual Studio Code to do coding in. So I have, so this is all written in sort of C. I then, for the scripts, so I've just written this quick boss script. This is using something called Poi script, which just makes things so much easier to write in human. I have guides on it if you're interested on it over on YouTube where I talk about how to set up, how to get everything rolling, and how to use some of the macros and stuff. It's very easy to do. The most complex thing is probably getting started. It's a bit of a pain to get started just because of all the people who aren't the most technical, because there's a lot of things that go here. Okay, so the game is compiled. Means it's now made. But I just want to pop it on screen for you guys. Just OBS. There we go. So this is it. Running. Lovely. Let me get you guys visible again so I can see that. Okay, so we are just going to teleport to that map. What map is it? It is 4809. Group 48, map 9. I probably should have gone to the correct warp. What warp is it? Warp 3. Actually, we can go. Do I have any? I just wanted to check if I don't think I've. Yeah, I haven't got any wild Pokemon, so we're okay. Can you do these things which exceed the hardware capabilities of an actual Game Boy Advance? No, you can't. It is a ROM, so all of the limitations you have in this has to be runnable on the physical Game Boys. That's why you're limited to like 32 megabytes. You're limited to 8-bit palettes. You're limited to like sort of 15 colors at a time. There's a lot of things, or per sprite. There's a lot of things you can't do. Like I can't throw loads of sprites on the screen or start messing up. If I go, you'll find in some like early ROM hacks or sort of poorly made ones, as you go in between areas, the tile sets go a bit weird and you start seeing one for the other. That's limitations of the Game Boy Advance, which you won't get on like a game made in Unity, or for example. So everything you see here is completely possible within the sort of core Pokemon game, which is what makes it ROM hack. Like there's nothing here that's like out of the ordinary. So we go there. I need to fix that animation. I don't like it. And we land down here. And if we go up, we see our Flygon. We add into the game. Now if we talk to it, Pokemon noises, starts the fight. And there's the Flygon and the Trapinch. And the Flygon should get boosted. And our Mudkip. There you go. And the Flygon gets... There you go, yeah. We now have the boss battle in. Take too long. Okay, so let's improve it. So now we'll have what noise? Do we want the Pokemon to come out? Mudkip doesn't have a good chance. No, Mudkip might be screwed a little bit. So that's the starting thing. I'm debating. I don't want to overdo it. I could spend forever making this like a really complex battle with all sorts of things flying in and out and coming to take you on. I want to make a good reward. I think I might give it a ground gem. Flygon the ground gem, and I'll give the item citrus berry being fed. It's going to be a tough fight. And Flygon each trapinch and double its health and strength. Unfortunately, it can't because it's the mother. Actually, can I force it to? I don't think I could. It's the mother or father. I can't. I could probably do that, but I don't think I want to make the mother eat its own child to get stronger. My question is, one, that's the wrong map. Do we like it having... Do we want you just to walk up to it and then you battle it? I think it should be moving around, don't you? Movement. It should be wandering around its nest. We put it there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's got a 3x4 area, 4x3 area. Make Bidoof eat its shard. That sounds I mean, you can never trust a Bidoof. Debating on adding back the Bidoof god character and statue I made in my random game. So we have the Flygon now running around. I'm tempted to have it drop an egg, really, shouldn't it? Maybe a shiny Flygon egg? Yeah, maybe this is how you get shiny Flygon, a shiny Trapinch. Because you get Trapinch quite early. Which is like... give egg. Yeah, we can give an egg. Give... How do we give a complex egg? Give Mon. Give a Pokemon. I want it to be an egg. Doesn't seem to take anything. That's annoying. I'm sure there's a way to give like a shiny egg. Event. Fire result we given to Pokemon Party, given Pixie, Mon can't give depending on the outcome. What kind of story is of this cave? There isn't any. There is no story to this cave. Well, basically, if you remember the Ember Dunes, so when you come through here on your way to the 4th gym, which is here, there's this massive desert you can explore. Once you get ability to strength, you can go into this larger area, and it's just a massive desert. Inside the desert, I want to give you things to do. So there's a pyramid to explore. There's a cave system with things I need to sort out. We'll work on that next. And then there's these nests. So underneath, and this is where this area is, are Pokemon nests, which they've sort of finding and trying to make homes outside of the heat. All of these exits, minus that one, lead to the same output. They all lead to there, and it's meant to try and disorientate the player, make them get lost and sort of struggle to find their way around. This one has a bit of a lesson of Flygon. And this one is going to go deeper and it's probably going to lead to Mega Center Scorch or some kind of Mega Pokemon battle. So this is just a Flygon nest. There's not a big story to it. It's just a way to explore and gain some stuff. You've also got this Oasis. I need to work out a way to connect to it. I think I've completely missed out. There's some way to connect to that from there. Probably through the nest. Leading down into it, and then under here, this area I haven't worked on it yet, but this will be a sort of a village at some point. I just don't know how to use the tile set yet. I need to spend some time trying to get my head around it. Can't get a fish egg. It was a wait. What's that shiny? Is shiny. That's for Givemon. That's all the information. Is shiny, is egg. I'm really sure. I was very confident they added a way to create a mon for a specific slot. You don't want to do that. Shiny is. Yeah, I thought we could give the egg of a specified species. Yeah, but there is no complex egg. That is frustrating. I guess we'll give you just steal baby Pokemon then. Can you use a Pokemon sprite as a trainer battling sprite? Replace the Pokeball sprite with give a Pokemon sprite as a trainer battling sprite. You'll be able to do trainers right as long as they're the same size. Yes, you can. You basically just have to define it here. So these are all the trainer sprites. So you define it here, you give it a name, and it needs a front picture and a palette. Theoretically, I could be able to do like trainer pick Flygon, and then I just put in the Flygon details there. Good. So it should be possible, and that should be like the least amount of work you'd have to do. Okay, so I think we'll just give a shiny Trapinch. Shiny Trapinch, level 30. Item. What item should it be holding? I'm imagining the mother sending out the student fighter. Then that's what I sort of got your idea, and I'm thinking I might use it for like a not a Chinchino, maybe a what's the rat Pokemon from the new game with all the children? Tandemaus, maybe a Tandemice fight where it's just showing loads of children at it. Sukio. What is Totem Boost? Set Totem Boost. It sets a Totem Boost. So you pick which Pokemon in the thing. So if you want 2 Totem Pokemon, you put 1, and then you do another one with 2. This is Pokemon in slot 1. It's going to have 2 boosts for its attack, 1 to its defense, 1 to its speed, none to its special attack, 1 to its special defense, none to its accuracy, none to its evasion. Just sets a Totem Boost. So at the start of the battle, it instantly gets boosted. And then you just set your wild battle like normal. If we go into you can see the details for it in the macros. Yeah. So you set Totem Boost, yeah, you give it the battler, and then you can boost those stats. It's great for doing boss battles. Something we've forgotten. So there's a couple of things we need to do here because it is I don't want you to be able to catch it. So we need to set flag can't catch Pokemon. Set flag. This means you can't catch the Pokemon, and we want to clear the flag because there's nothing worse than like right in a boss fight for the person just to be like, boom, done it. And same with flag. Flag can't run. Lee. I think there's a way to stop them being as well. Question. Maybe it's already in there. Okay, I think we might be okay. I'll double check that. But don't you obviously just fleeing from a boss battle would be really disappointing. Okay, no worries. I might still be on in an hour, but probably not. I'm not planning on being around for long. So item wise, we don't care. We want is shiny equals true. Let's have everything. Give you a level 30 shiny trap. For beating the flag. That's all fine. Oh, we need to do the nickname. Give more. I've got it with, I believe it's Webble. Got the code for giving. Yeah, here it is. So we want to play the fanfare and do this. Obtained it. Received Trapinch. Nickname Partymon, nickname Boxmon. Depending if it goes to the party or the box. that's all good. So we have that. So what noise does a Flygon make? We are. Like that. So go in, butterfly, beat it. Yep. Get a shiny trap inch. It deletes itself. Okay, and it now wanders around the map. There we go. Shiny Pokemon. I also need to throw some hidden items around this map. So let's find some hidden unused items. Those two will do. So copy those. Find our nest and put them in. So we can throw that one there. The one way. And that one. Yeah. Hyper Potion. We don't want a Hyper Potion. What items are found underneath? Hello, thanks, Sindre. The map looks great. Thank you. It's not the most exciting. I find caves can be quite boring, but it's a nest for a load of Pokemon. So it's quite of a. This is an optional area. So it breaks a lot of my rules for map development. I have sort of an internal set of rules I try to follow when I make maps, and if I follow those rules, it sort of helps me have some consistency in what I think works well for them. But when it comes to optional areas, I allow myself to break various some of those rules to fit the theme of that area, make it a bit more sort of alive. One of the key sort of rules I use is the tightness of the maps, because if we go to like the first route here, I hit V. This square is the viewpoint of the player, so they're in the middle. And it goes in there. So I always try to make sure they can see a lot of things as they go along. So a lot of my maps are very tight. They're very, you can see the walls. You can see, you're not sort of just seeing nothing. And you can always see like the route to go. You know, you come through here and you're seeing from this point here, you can see there's like the route to the left, the route to the right. You come here, again, you can see a route to the right, route to the left. Always something I try to do. When it's come to the desert, I've broken that rule by it's calling open. So you take a point in the map, and this is one of the probably the only map where you'll be able to see nothing. Actually, there's nowhere where you can just see desert. So I've been too loose with the ball. Yeah, if I go here, you're not going to know where to go. And the same with the underground bit. They're very big open areas. The idea is to disorientate the player. It's meant to be a desert. You're meant to be able to get lost. So it's quite difficult for me. Watching the progress from a few months now. I really enjoy watching. I'm glad people do enjoy it. I'm hoping to get more out. I've been working on some longer forms on YouTube. So if you like the shorts or the quick TikToks, I've got a load of videos I'm working on. I go into each of the areas in more detail. So I've just recorded the one for the school. It helps gives you guys more of a voice on things to add and things to work on. Yeah, thanks for all the stuff. Are you creating a custom Pokemon? Yes and no. I'm not creating brand new fake Pokemon because 1, I'm a terrible artist. 2, I can't design Pokemon. 3, it's going to throw the balance off massively. There's already so many cool Pokemon in it. But what I am doing is adding custom Megas. So if we go to our Pokemon file. Hey, we can keep up with the stream, but first stream, I'm terrible at streaming, Giovanna. Yeah, I always recognise you commenting. No, I do appreciate your comments. You actually help me come up with some cool ideas, but I don't stream very often. I'm just so terrible at keeping up with them all. But with plans, hopefully we'll keep up with it. But yeah, in terms of custom Pokemon, so if we go Sandaconda, we can see here I've currently only got 4, but I've done a lot of the prep for it. But we actually have got custom Mega Pokemon, and they are just a Gigantamax Pokemon pivoted into Mega forms, because I don't like Gigantamax, don't like Dynamax mechanic, but the artwork is quite cool, so they've been converted in. Is it possible to get a trainer on it? Yeah, tell me a trainer and I'll add it in. Hey Pedro, how you doing, bud? How you been? I still need to work on your trainer as well, Pedro. I did open it up, your message you sent me earlier. If you... I can throw some trainers in now for you guys. One of the reasons I wanted to go live is to put some trainers in while I remember. I just want to check this script is finished. The trap yes, you get the trap engine, we're good. Yeah, I can throw you in. So we have got a lot of space at the moment for putting trainers in. So you can be in the desert, which has got loads of stuff in. There's some trainers as a hiker here that still hasn't got any code to it. Really agree with Dynamax. I don't like, but sometimes it's cool. Yeah, the Dynamax mechanic, I think it works in a non-competitive scene quite nicely. Similar with Terra, you know, it works in a reasonable well. But with Megas and Zemus and Gigantamax and Terra, it can get very, very overwhelming. But I want to bring it down just to the Megas. So I'm utilizing those Gigantamax forms. And again, it does mean that Charizard's now got Charizard Y, Charizard X, and Charizard G, the Galarian Mega form. A few of those Pokemon have got overlaps. Megastar should be added in a couple of months. I don't know if I can be asked to add it, but I know the people who do the core base will be adding it. You'll see it in the next probably month or so. Can I have the 3 Kanto starters? 100% you can. Name of this Pokemon game is Pokemon Triver. Triver. It is called Pokemon Triver. When the Mega launch officially, you will substitute them or do another form. I'm going to add them. I will add them on top of all the Megas I've added. I'm probably going to change the changes I made for like Totodile and stuff because they seem to have fixed them in the Mega form anyway. Yeah, I was looking at the code base, and the guys who make this, so Aqua and Pratt and that lot, they have a rule where they're not, they don't discuss things openly and what they're working on for the 30th. So the new game's dropped today. They're not going to add anything until the 30th, or they're working on it. The code's already been done because there's been loads of leaks and stuff. But yeah, they'll add it probably sometime in November, in which case I'll pull the new code and apply it all. We're going to have to make some guesses on the actual abilities, because no abilities, but a lot of them you have a pretty good guess. Like Mega Starmie has more than 100 attack, 100 stat boost compared to the other Pokemon. And looking at Mega Medicham and Mega Mawile, they've got 40 extra points in their attacks that they normally would. They both have huge power, so people are predicting that Starmie might have huge power. And then you can read stuff like Mega Victory is probably going to have corrosive. At least that's how I would look. How do you become trainers? Give me a trainer name and I'll pop it in. So I'll make Syndra in a sec and then we'll work through. Are you playing enjoying Legends of Z8? Not playing it. I have no interest in playing it. I never finished Arceus. I didn't like Arceus. I like the standard battle system. I like turn-based fighting. I like the give and take you get. I don't like. So I just didn't like it. And 40 quid for a game I'm probably not going to enjoy. I haven't even looked twice at it. Never had much interest in doing it. So yeah, there we go. So no. Let's put you in here, Sidre. Some bits of Zidane. I love some bits. I hate a mix. Have you guys been playing it then? Like Arceus, but a bit half-baked. ZA looks dead. I've barely looked at ZA. So I love the marketing they did where they were doing all this stuff, especially with the release of Mega Malamar. Like, these slice of life things they were showing was so cool. I really liked that, but I haven't liked the last few Pokemon games, and I don't find much time to play games. If I've got spare time and I'm not doing anything, I'm probably working on I'm probably working on this because that's what I want to spend my time doing. Or I'm out with my mates, or I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh, doing other stuff. If you guys like Yu-Gi-Oh as well, I've been talking to another YouTube channel about doing some streams and stuff with him. I know it's not the Pokemon TCG and it's something different, but it's much more fun to play in my opinion. I don't know if you guys are interested in some Yu-Gi-Oh content. Probably won't post like TCG stuff, like videos on Yu-Gi-Oh, but I might do some streams of it, at least with him. And today you're in a city all the time, but every window's a JPEG. To be honest, I like 2D Pokemon. I would love them to go like Octopath Traveler and do a HD 2D style game. I looked at trying it out with a couple of languages and like turning this into an actual game, but not Pokemon based, but with only monster capture. I haven't got the time to do like ground up dev work. But like if they just did that, it would feel so much more full of life. I think the issue with modern Pokemon and with ZA, Arceus, Brilliant Diamond, Sword and Shield. None of them have a style. There is no artistic style where you can look at it. You could take a screenshot of the area, apart from looking at it in low detail, being it's Pokemon because you get detail. It doesn't have an artistic direction. It doesn't really feel like, whereas, you know, you look at Emerald and you can see the Emerald art style to it. You can see the art style of each of the games for Emerald Sea Glass is a great version because you look at it like, this is Gen 2. It's got that Gen 2 stylized look to it. That is missing from Pokemon. Pokemon has no art. Probably has an art direction, but it doesn't have a stylistic art choice. It doesn't feel like it's got it. The bits I don't like there is general environment and battle system. My favorite game was ORAS. Yeah, Omega Ruby took brilliant games to Gen 3 and just added on top of them. Sun and Moon 2. I'm not playing Sun and Moon 2. I need to. I might stream some Nuzlockes in it. 2 years ago when I saw you live on TikTok, I was a bad English speaker, but I try as hard as I can to understand the project because it's amazing. Well, I hope you're not trying to learn English off me because I'm terrible and I'm so much British. We use weird slang that I often forget that other people don't use. Normally, I'm better now, but I'm glad you enjoyed the project. I know most of my lives though I have nothing done. I think this meant I'll do Sidra. I've just realised I haven't actually done what I was going to do in the last bit. So Sidra, send me your team. I'll pop you in there. And I'm just going to quickly add these items because there was 2 Pokeballs I wanted to put in. So I want to fill this area out. I need to add some Pokeball items. And I think this one, get rid of that V, should be a TM. We can do custom TMs. Yes, do a custom TM. What TM would be good here? What isn't a TM that could be good here? What's the program? Program is Pori maps used with decompiled emerald. Look up Trials Verse on YouTube, or you can join our live there. I'd love it if you guys join me on YouTube because I need the watch hours so I can get ad revenue. But we also have guides on how to set up and use all the stuff. Christy, thanks for the likes. Understand more with slangs. That's good. You know my local slang, like if I call someone a Dinlo, would you have a clue what I meant? Dinlo is a massively underutilized word, and I wish more people used it. What's up? Hey, Mr. Fizzo, how are you doing? Trainer Savannah, can I have to go start? You can have any Pokemon outside the legendaries. Of course you can. Thanks for the likes. So, Struggle TM. I could make Struggle a TM. I like that idea, Jay. But I want to put. I think we should have some like random area, like maybe a late game area, because I feel like you could do some really convoluted way to like break the game with Struggle. But my jump is inside out. But yeah, so I definitely think we should have that. And a strip instead. My jumper was back to front, looking like Steve Jobs with a turtleneck. Oh, definitely. So we're in a cave. It's a desert. What do you have in deserts? We've already got sandstorm. We've already got sunny day. That's not the button I wanted to. Flash TM. The Flash is a hate. So the Flash TM. I haven't worked out how. All the HMs are going to be turned into TMs, and you're not going to require them to actually use their things. Flash, I haven't worked out yet. We could put Flash. Not sure how it relates to the sort of Pokemon we find. Flygon, Center Scorch, and the baby Center Scorch. Those sort of Pokemon are the ones we're seeing down here. Why not Stone Edge? I see zero reason why we can't make Stone Edge a TM. So we'd have to make it from scratch, because if we go to item TM, we see from our list TM's not there. Okay, let's go Fire Blast. We can see Stone Edge isn't a TM yet. We'd have to go to like TM TM 56. Where are my custom TMs? Items.h. Yeah, it should be here. TM 95. There we go. So we got our custom TMs here. I haven't added many yet. Oh, Overheat. Use Overheat. OH should be in the volcano, I think. So we can see we got Pluck, Cut, Rock Smash available yet. I've added Grass Knot, I've added Scald, Incinerate, Dark Pulse, and 58. So we're going to say 58 is Stone Edge. Pretty easy to do. So we go TM 58. We want to change that to item TM Stone Edge. And just make sure this is saved. Update that. Boom. I'm name TM 58. Pop that in. So we need the compound string for Stone Edge. Easy to find. We just open up whatever window we had it in. Stone Edge. It is Stellaris music. I love playing Stellaris, he says, having not picked up the game in almost 2 years. Me and my mates played it so much during a bit laggy. Bear with us. Don't know why that happened. Yeah, I love taking using it when I can, and it's a great, it's like chill one. I like using video game music to code to. You can really sort of like focus in onto it. Okay, there we go. So yeah, it is Stellaris music. What's up, man? Let me see. Yeah, I'm finally live for the first time in like 4 months, and I should be live now every 2 weeks, maybe more, but yeah, at least every 2 weeks. You should see it. Got around. Oh god, what's my? Now I got to open up Steam. Would be dope to have a space themed Pokemon mod Legend Deoxys. Would it though? Because if you did a space themed one, it would be very alien because everything would have to be different to what it is. I only got 200 hours in Stellaris, not too bad. I need to get playing it again, especially with version 4 being worked on. I made a moon mod, a moon update for Emerald where you could catch Deoxys there, but yeah, it's all right, but yeah, I'm not sure. You'd end up with some really weird locations. Maybe as a mod, like a small little area, it'd be cool for like a bit of a. But as a full playable game, probably not so much. I feel like it'd be too confusing for the player. Right, if I remember right, they changed the way moves work. So they used to work where you had the secondary TM, but now we identify it somewhere. So I think there's a TM. Here we go. So yeah, this is where we do it. We need to add in a new one. This is Stone Edge. Here we go. Stone Edge is added. So we now have a Stone Edge TM, this will just mean it will automatically add it to any Pokemon that can learn Stone Edge can now learn the TM. Fix it up. Something like Moon Domes of Simulator. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think for a small little area you could go to, it would be quite interesting. I'll never do it because it involves effort. But a full playable game, if you're doing something like Moonnet things, it's going to be a bit limited on what you can actually have with it all. Could be interested to use the future mon for Scarlet Violet, or add a fossil one that gives you a past mon. Oh, you want to use that? Gives you past mon. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm going to handle those forms. There was another one I was talking about, like some Jurassic Island where you get all the fossils. Could do something with that. Right, that's Stone Edge added into the game, and you can now get Stone Edge as a TM. This is, I'm going to give this a rare candy, because rare candies put you above the level cap. So if you're playing level cap, rare candies are powerful, and it's been such an easy thing for me. Just like, I don't know what that, I'm going to add a rare candy. I need to go around and update a lot of the early game areas with rare candy, but yeah. Sylvana, let's add you in then. And I think actually you'd be your dark ghost type. I definitely think I'm going to have you in the desert looking for the pyramid or some like powerful Pokemon or something. Actually, you got a tough team. So have you got any complaints of being a Hex Maniac? If not, we can make changes to it. So we're going to take a script, throw it in. Ember Dunes open. Sylvana. Ember Dunes open. Sylvana. Just a quick thought. You thought of design for... No, I can't design Pokemon. I cannot draw. In short, I cannot draw. I am a terrible artist. Any attempts at me trying to make a Mega Flygon and then trying to pixelate it would be horrendous. I'm just going to avoid it. There is not going to be a Mega Flygon. I do want to give a boost to Flygon. I like what some people have done and given it more life as a sort of sound attacker, moving into its sort of like bugginess, giving it some really benefits. Just try and separate it from Garchomp. Like Garchomp is a massive physical attacker and it's got decent bulk to it. Maybe Flygon goes more into the special route. Maybe it has some like leans into Hyper Voice, leans into Bug Buzz. Maybe I could give it a boost as those kind of moves or something. I don't know at the moment, but there's something I want to do there. I just have no idea what it is. Do you have any ideas, Sylvana, what you want to say in battle? Oh, thanks. I did make those tiles. These are from the Aqua repo, shared repo, where you get loads of tiles, and I bought in the desert. There's a few custom ones I brought in. This was one of them. I don't know if I'm going to keep them because they don't fit the rest of the game, but I do want to get custom tiles eventually. I just need to find an artist that's willing to help me. But I do like them. They completely counter to what the other one is, because if we look, I am using the default tile set everywhere else, so we'll see. Flygon may be focused on speed too. You say that, but I guess you could. Garchomp becomes more of a bulky slow, and then Flygon needs more like fast special attacker. I don't see Flygon as fast though. I don't know what its dex entry set. I've never seen it as a fast Pokemon. You don't tend to get fast Pokemon in the deserts because they need to conserve their energy and such. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a video on it and we'll see. I need to do is some more megas. I need to work on actually getting more mega Pokemon out. I think I'll wait till the big update before I start adding like new custom. Here we go. So Bernie gonna turn into Sylvana. A Flygon that's stolen a choice scarf. I mean, well, we've just done the Flygon fight. If you want to make it a choice scarf, we can. But we've just done. So this is the nest of Flygons, and there is a totem Flygon moving around here. Doesn't give it a choice. It's holding a ground gem, and if you beat it, you get a shiny Trapinch. It's level 55 for level 40-ish area, so it's a tough fight. Ninja, thanks for the rosebuds. I still need that team if you want to be added, but I do appreciate the roses. Right. The Sylvana. Name Sylvana. Pick, what's it? Hex Maniac. Hex Maniac. Hex Maniac. Let's give you suspicious music. I think that's what Hex Maniacs have. And then your team. So where was your team? Let me just scroll up. Mimikyu, Gengar, Banette, Gorgeist. I don't know Gorgeist. How do you spell Gorgeist? Oh, it's not coming up because I haven't. That's the first Gorgeist added into the game. Andelure and Aegis Slash. Level that's capital level. I'm trying to think. So you need strength, which means you're around gym 5. Most people don't want to come here till after Gym 5. Level apps. What language are you coding in? The bulk of the game is C++ or C#. I can't remember which one. I think it's C++. And the main pieces I'm working on, you'll see for the event scripting, is something called PoiScript, which makes just scripting so much easier. Just trying to find where my level caps are defined. This. Where's my level caps? Oh, yeah, they changed the caps. So currently you're 43. Let's put you at 46 then. You are an optional trainer, so let's put you at level 46s. Level 40, let's say 45, and your ace can be 46. If you have a choice of ace, currently it's Aegis/. 46. There we go. I've noticed this is very data driven. What do you mean by that? A really fancy way of calling me a massive nerd. I would like Charmander, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur. Oh yeah, sure. Is what, like trainer class or anything would you like, or is it open to me? Find. Did you have any specific words you wanted to say, Sylvana? Or are you happy for me to come up with some nonsense? To do with like you trying to find the pyramid or something. I'll give you a bit of time to think about that, and let's, in the meantime, let's save all of that. In the meantime, let's add Syndra. So Syndra, I was thinking, you wanted to have something spooky about the location. You are very close to, well, you're in the desert for one, with a put you next to the skull. You can talk about the skull. You are very close to the pyramid, or we could take you like to the skull here or something. We could work on something. I've realised I had the wrong one open. So yeah, put you down here next to a skull. Well, actually, I haven't got you moving around. Let's have you movement. Want you looking? You can face left, up, down, and left. Down, up, left. And let's give you train of vision of like 5. And then let's attach your script to yourself. There we go. Question is header. Oh, that's not important. Weather. I think we should add sandstorm to the desert. Haven't done yet. Don't have sandstorm. Something about hearing the victims of the desert. That is creepy. I love it. Maybe it's like, can you hear that? It's not getting quieter. I can hear the screams from all the victims that the desert has taken. Something like that. Creepy. I love it. There we go. You're now in the game. You're in the game. You're inaccessible. You cannot be reached without cheats because there is no strength TM at the moment, or strength item at the moment. It's all coded in. It's just not given to the player. I don't know how to give it to him. Right, you wanted the 3-star Pokemon. Where could I put you that's got space? The 3-star Pokemon. That's filled in. I could put you along here. I am using decomp, yes. It's just so much better to use than binary hacking. I can't really put you along here. This bit's a bit full of... Actually, this is where you get Squirtle. So maybe you are giving hints on where to find Squirtle. Let's pop you in as a... I don't know. Let's put you in a youngster or something. and I'll have you looking over the water. So let's have you face left. Something. So you're going to face left. That's that. We'll open up the scripts. And then what have we got? Indra. Just trying to see how to spell your name. Indra. So we'll have you giving hints on where the hidden base of, well, the hidden grotto for the starter Pokemon is. Sindra. Let's just move that across a bit. Okay. Scripts. Lots of secret scripts. So we got text. That format. I finally found my Squirtle for my collection. So you're all excited you finally caught yourself a Squirtle. When you get beaten, you're like, hey, that's no fair. No fair. I only just caught these. And then your post battle is like, I'm so glad I came here. So came here to find my Squirtle. Yeah. A lot of people have been saying it's difficult to find all the starters, which is kind of the point. Kind of sounds like me and Pixelmon going for starters. I enjoy Pixelmon. We had a server we played for a bit with some other streamers, and I quite enjoyed it. I made like a little bug gym. I spent ages. I want to try a couple more. We used to do charity streams. I want to do some more charity streams at some point. But I did one where I connected it up with there's this mod which allows you to connect Minecraft events into Twitch's events. And I used to do loads of like chaos streams where I'd use channel points and stuff to do it. I can also do it with TikTok things. Well, I can do. I've been able to do some with TikTok. TikTok's easier with some things than it is for others. But either way, I digress. The mod would work with Pixelmon. So we found a map where we got Gen 2, the Johto map in Pixelmon, with all the trainers and all the gyms, and we streamed it for charity. And the things you could buy, as not all use channel points and stuff. We did a lot of events during the game to try and give out channel points for it. So as you were doing that, it would do events to like make your Pokemon faint, heal your Pokemon, change your Pokemon team, and all this stuff while we were playing Pixelmon, which I thought was really cool. There was 4 of us trying to do it. It's like, you know, we're halfway through like battling Lance, and then someone just resets our whole team to random stuff. It's like it was chaos. And I have Ampharos Mega, God of a Trace, Opponents Direct, Intimidate. Yeah, we can do that. Just give me a second to finish off Syndra's battle, and I'll pop you in as well. So add in Syndra. Yeah, I like coding. So I like trying to bring in my coding things into what I can of the game. And you know, being able to code means you can do pretty much anything, which I think is awesome. What level are you at here? 20s, maybe level 21 Pokemon. Yeah, we'll take out the IVs. Sorry, Charmin. I can't multitask. So I like to do that thing. I did find a Python version of. There was a Python emulator which would run Pokemon Red. Because it was Python, you could inject directly into it. And I had a Python script that would read TikTok, and it would take your likes and stuff and like inject things into games. Which means I can make Python. I can make TikTok play Pokemon Red, but that's been done 1,000 times. I can make TikTok make things happen in Pokemon Red, so I can make it change the palette, so change the colors, make encounters happen, make random Pokemon. The level, like I can only get XP based on the likes, so likes will give XP to my party. I could just turn off XP otherwise, stuff like that, which would be quite cool. Remember, I wrote a load of stuff for this, I know there is some other guys that do this, do connect it up, and I was asking him, oh yeah, have you done this stuff? And the guy who's like runs the company messaged me like, oh yeah, we're doing this. Here's our beta one. Do you want to have a look? It's like, I've made it myself by then. A word, show me what you got, kid. Last words, keep getting stronger, kid. Will you show me again? Sounds like you want to be on one of the main routes. And you've got 3 Pokemon. I can put you in. Apologize for that. You've got a Mega. Thing is, Megas are in the game. And Megas are quite common to find. Well, not common to find. I'm just trying to think that. Have I got anywhere to add a Mega? I don't want random trainers having Megas just yet. Like, I've got no qualms with. I can give you a random normal Ampharos for now. But I want Megas to be semi-special. Because they are still going to be found by like a lot of trainers. This is going to be like where like 3 was it Pokemon X and Y where like 3 people have a Mega. It's not going to be like that. There's going to be a lot of Megas in the game. But not too many common trainers until we get to the late game. When we get to the late game, a lot of people go like when you're in the people in the Elite Four and Champion Skills will have a bit more. Base Hammer, not Mega is cool. Yeah, if you have a base Hammer for us, I can put you up here. Which is fine. I'll make you an ace trainer. Or cool trainer. Unless you've got a trainer or trainer class you want to be. Let's make in the meantime. I can make your code. So Sophiso battle. Sophiso battle. Boom, let's do that. Sophiso. Wait for you to update that. Ditto, we said it was 43, so we're looking about level 40s. I need to have a massive I need to play this game. I need to stream this game and like nuzlocke it and try and get an idea of level caps. How long have you been working the game? 3 years. Actively, probably about 12 months. I did about 6 months, then had a massive hiatus where I just got burnt out. And then I redid it again from scratch, which is what the Map a Day series is. It's me coming back to this project and starting again from the ground up and fixing a lot of things. But yeah, the current version's been about a year. But because I only do a little bit here and there due to sort of real life and everything else, it doesn't make much progress. Probably at the moment I'm doing maybe about 4 hours a week on it. It's going to take me a long bloody time to do it. Oop. Empoleon. You actually gave me abilities, didn't you? Ability is Trace. Ability. Oh, it's the Raptor. What was the other one with ability? The Raptor. Intimidate. I want to check. That's how you do abilities. Yeah, that's how you do abilities. Good. Are you Dutch? I am not Dutch. I am just terrible at talking English. I swear it's not true. Yeah, this is it. I have times where I'm really into it and really enjoy making it. There's other times where I just can't be asked to pick it up. I've had it for the last few months. So I tried to do a load before I went to Italy in September. And then I did a massive overhaul of the code base. And oh, thank you. Good spots, Theo. I just got burnt out. I was like, do this, can't be asked to do that. And it does get quite difficult to try and keep up with everything. But I'm currently in a good mood. I actually finished my job in 10 days. In 10 days, yeah, in 10 working days, I will technically be unemployed. there'll be a brief window between moving from my current job to a new job. And I'm going to have a bit of time off, and I'm just going to probably not stream. I'm going to try and smash out as much as I can. Thanks, user. Yep, noticed that now. There we go. Hey, Kevin, maybe because I got a lot of Dutch friends. Neatness. When you were tired, yeah. I mean, it's playable now. You can play up to the first 4 gyms and stuff. What I'd love is if they did the cool thing, Pokemon, and be like, yo, we'll do what Sonic Team did. Hire me to come in and be like, it's man, isn't it? Be like, yo, we're gonna hire you to make your games, and I'd like, if I could spend like 8 hours a day doing this, I'd do so much. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we'll hopefully get a lot made coming soon in the future. I'm just gonna copy this. So I got the script. What's this? Ancient on 2. Sphysio. Yeah, if you're well, as we come and go, we'll get more and more going. I think the biggest risk I have isn't so much burnout with making the game, it's scope creep. I tend to get so distracted wanting to add all these cool things that the maps get bigger and bigger, and all this more and more stuff starts coming in. So I'm trying to be very careful to not expand the areas too much, or come in here and there, and it can be living and growing as we come along. What language is this? This language you're looking at right now is Pori script. Pori script is a language created for Emerald Decomp. It wraps everything into a nice, easy, readable language, makes things so much easier to look at and understand, and write for beginners. The rest of it is written in C++. Well, there's some other bits in there. I think it's like Python scripts and stuff, but yeah, pretty much it's running in C++, which then gets compiled into the playable game. So I'm going to lose chat for a second, just while I find the words he wanted. So it's like, show me what you got, kid. Close that out, and then it's got getting strong. I think I'll do that there. There. Then the last words will be, we shall meet again. I don't know why, but listening to this music makes me want to play Halo again. I've been talking to my friends about just doing just smashing out all the Halos we're thinking chronological order. My mate hasn't played through them. So of course, I love the idea of him playing through Reach, not knowing what's going to happen in Reach. He has no idea about the Halo story. Like him playing Reach and then getting hopefully devastated. You get better at pronouncing my name, big ups. I will probably pronounce it once really well, and then the next 20 times I will regress. I am terrible at that. If you're interested in doing it, Will, we do it all in. I do have some guys over on YouTube, just Charles versus on YouTube. A load of guys on how to set up Pokemon. This is decompiled. A load of guys on how to do that. I have some guys on how to use some of the languages. So the first 2 videos, one set up using the game, one set up using the tools I use, so you can follow on the guides. Then I show you how to set like start a Pokemon. I'm releasing one over the probably next week, to show you how to do remove HMs and all of these little things. There you go, Sviso. That is not how you copy. You are in the game. I'm gonna have you as semi-optional. No, you can look all 5. I was supposed to ask how to make one. Check out, yeah. So Pori Maps is the program I use here, and it is decompiled Emerald. On the first video, I'll show you how to set up your environment. So I use Debian. Most people use Windows, and for Windows, you basically need to set up something called WSL. But it's quite technical in the way you have to actually compile the game and set it all up, and there's a few things you need to download to make sure it all works. So Another guy that goes through it all. It is written out in the program, but a lot of people, and I know a lot of people watching my things don't necessarily come from a technical background. Like, I'm a software developer. I do this for my job. I don't make games for my job, but I do work with code for my job. Because all of this stuff is something I'm capable of doing. Sfeto, thanks for the rose, and Will, thanks for follow. But yeah, so what I try and do in these videos is make it so that you guys who have no technical understanding can understand it. Like, I can say read me, but no, a lot of that's quite difficult to pass if you don't know what you're looking for. But I try and pass it and make it and do a like step by step. You do what I do, and it will work. And that's what the first 2 episodes are, and then the rest it's a bit more teaching. So I show you the basics on how to do it all. So let's find a complex script. I think if we go to one of our dojos or our gyms, let's go to the first gym. This is the first gym. And the code, you can see it's huge. There's a lot going on, but there's nothing here that's all that complex. This is it. I'll show you each of the macros and how they each work, and then you can pop them together into making more complex things. So there's a load of things you do here, and if we go to the dojo, this gets a bit more because you've got movements and things appearing and showing, giving items. It's like there's not really complex. It's about taking all these little pieces and just plugging them together to make your big thing. So like, yeah, there's 180 lines of code here, but none of it is really that complex or that scary. You know, there's nothing here that none of you guys could not make. I've just started my computer science A-level. I mean, if you started at computer science, then you should be able to pick this up quite easily. Hoping to become a software engineer. That's cool. I never studied computer science, so you're probably better than me already. I went and studied physics and then didn't know what to do for a living because I didn't want to do physics, and ended up getting a job as a software developer. And I do enjoy it. Yeah, starting a new job soon as a principal software developer. So big boy in charge, it seems like. There's a maths physics computer science. I'm in for my A-levels in maths physics, further maths and chemistry, and I mean they got me a job in software development, so I can't complain. But I do not miss doing maths, that's for sure. Right, okay, that's another trainer added. Let's go back to the nest. I'm not super satisfied with this nest. I think I need to do more to it. Just noticed the time though. It's 9:19. I've been streaming for actually probably less than 2 hours because it's about 40 minutes to set up. But I'm going to go basically. My voice is going, and I try and do just little bursts. But if you're interested, follow. Join us on YouTube where I'm doing. If you're interested in the sort of the content, you're watching me on TikTok at the moment. I've been seeing my shorts. I do longer form content where I'm going into a lot of the design decisions. I'm walking through the game bit by bit. So I've done like route at the start of the game, Route 1, Coral Port, and there's one coming soon about the school tournament. And I, good 20-30 minute videos where I just basically ramble and try and get some conversation going on the choices I've made. And again, I've got guys on there on how to learn it. I'm going to try and stream once every 2 weeks. So every second Thursday. So if this is Thursday 2, next one will be in 2 weeks' time. Again, just 2 hours where we can get going. But again, if you got ideas, join us on Discord, throw them into comments, and I'll try and do as much. Can I ask which entrance of the cave and which is the exit? For the nest. This is the entrance. Every other one, every exit leads the same place. So they all lead at every single cave here, except this one, which isn't coded yet. This goes into a deeper nest. Every single one of these leads to this here. To get into it, you can go into here, and I'll take you to this bit. That's it. You get into the nest, you have to land on one of these. So if we go here, you can see there's all these holes in the map. If you step on one of them, these trigger events will happen, spin you around, you'll fall down, and they'll take you to the equivalent one below the map. So you can sort of start to see it semi-lined up and where they'll go. What video where I was showing with the mapping and lining up. So if you want to get into this to fight this Flygon, you've got to go down this one here. The caves. I think I have a video coming possibly next week for them. These aren't done yet. I don't know what I'm going to do here, but these are a bit more explorable. What up those? This is Poi Maps. Again, guys on YouTube, if you want to see it. You're playing this today. I hope you enjoy it. But anyway, thanks for all playing. I need to go. Getting tired. I can't stream for long. So see you.